Hey, welcome to Fix It Warrior. First of all, I want to say that I am all jacked up on Dayquil today because I've got a massive head cold. So words might come out a little sideways. Just want to let you know ahead of time. I'm in our bathroom, which is off our master bedroom, and we've got a problem with this switch right here. There's a light switch right there and an outlet right there. And it's a ground fault kind of set up to where if you have something plugged in, it drops in the sink. It completely trips a breaker so that you don't get shocked. We normally have shelving around it, which you can see it would look a little bit like that up there. I took all that out, and I'm going to show you how to change a broken switch. Or it could be an outlet in the wall. It's not that difficult, and I think that you could do it if you just take some precautions and take your time. And hopefully, step by step today, we'll be able to show you how to do it yourself. So let's get started on this project. So every house has a breaker panel or a fuse panel, the old way of saying it. There's no fuses anymore, they're all breakers. Now I have mine pretty much described as close as I could get them when I first moved in the house. The wiring in this house has been a little tough. So I'm going to try, like this one right here says master bedroom, bathrooms. I'm guessing this might be it. So I'm going to flip this breaker. My wife's in the other room. She's going to tell me when that switch is not powered anymore. So let's try this. Okay, that was the one. Okay, so the lights are out in the bathroom, and there's also a green indicator light that's off as well. But I'm not going to stop there. I'm going to put a set of testers on it just to double check and make sure that there's no power going to these wires. A set of testers are very cheap. You can get the cheapest ones at Harbor Freight or Home Depot, and it's well worth just double checking. So let me go grab my testers, and we will come back and take this apart. Okay, so we're going to unscrew the cover. Okay, those are usually very shallow screws. Pop the cover off. And then we're going to take these right here, these screws out, which are Phillips, and then we're going to pull the whole unit out. Okay, then gently, some paint that's been on there. So I'm going to grab my flathead screwdriver and just peel this back from the paint. Okay, so I have this very inexpensive tester. I'm just going to test it right now, see if we have any voltage going to this switch, which we don't. We're good to go. And then we're going to just match it up with this other switch. It's a little bit different, but mostly the same. So I think we're going to be good just to match it up. And I'm going to start clipping wires and tying things in. Okay, so these wires that I just snipped were tied into this wire nut here, each of these. So instead of putting an extra wire nut in, I'm going to just retie these right here into the same existing wire nuts and remove this wire right here. So we just unscrew these. They're twisted on. And again, I'm gonna just take my time here. Yeah. They're not even really twisted on very good, to be honest with you. It looks, it just kind of came apart there. I apologize for the lighting, but we have all the lights off. So, and then this one right here, we're going to do the same thing with. Okay. Okay, so basically, I'm going to twist this wire nut and twist it around the red wire here. I usually like to just twist it a little bit extra with the tool, and then we'll put on the wire nut. And the wire nut will start to thread itself on. Of course it won't. There we go. Okay, we'll do the same thing over here with the black one. We're just gonna twist that on. A little bit of help with this tool. Apologize for the sniffling. I have got a crazy head cold, but I needed to get this job done and I wanted to show you how to do it. And you know what? I don't know if I like this wire nut, so I'm going to go out to my box and grab a better wire nut. Okay. Yeah, the other one had a piece of broken wire in the end of it and I wasn't threading on. Okay, that's nice and tight. So now the old one, we just have to unscrew the ground, which is the bare wire here. You can see that. That's on this side, so I'm just gonna unscrew it here. That'll come out. Then we've got a black and a white here for the outlet. So I think those will come out if I push something in the end of that. I'm pretty sure. And then that wire will pull out. No, too complicated. We're going to just cut it and strip it. Okay, so the old outlet is out. And now we're just going to strip back these wires here and get them hooked right up here. And it should be pretty straightforward. Okay, I just have a little stripping tool here. It works really great. Gives you a nice wire there that's clean. I'm going to do the same thing here. Same thing. Okay. Next, we're going to unscrew these. And I don't know if you can see this or not on the camera, but the wire will slide right into this hole. This brass screw will tighten it, and it'll be exactly the way it's supposed to be. So we're going to do black here on the right. So that's pushed in all the way. just going to screw this in. Okay, I always make sure they're nice and tight. The white one here, I'm going to swing that around here. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to push this in the hole and then tighten that screw. Okay, nice and tight. And then on the bottom, if you can see that green screw, that's the ground screw. And we're going to fish this bare wire in that slot right there. And we're going to tighten up the green one. Okay, so technically we're all set. So I'm going to begin to fold the wires back in. We're going to set it in place, and you want to be careful. I mean, you don't want to bend the wire. You want to bend the wires the least amount possible, but obviously they're all meant to be pushed into this box, but just try not to kink them or... Okay, there we go there. And I'm just gonna screw this in, and then we're gonna turn the breaker on, and we'll do the rest with the breaker. I forgot that I have shiplap in here, and I had to use longer screws to get it to bite. So just give me a second here, and I'll get this in here, and we'll be all set. Okay, we're gonna go back to the fuse box, flip this. It doesn't seem like it's tripping, which is a good sign. And voila, we have light. Yeah, the green light is working. I had to reset it. Let me turn off this other light here, and you can see the green light is working. I had to reset the trip. That means that the ground fault is working. And we're going to feed the 2 screws in. Okay. Okay. Everything is perfect. Hey, so thank you for joining us today. You can see that this outlet right here is finished. It literally was under 10 minutes. You just have to make sure that you turn the breakers off, that there's no power going to it, and just try to duplicate exactly what was there. But it wasn't a big deal at all. I think the switch was about $20 it cost me, because it's a ground fault and a switch, so it's a little bit more money, maybe 25. But overall, it was a very easy project, and anyone could try it. So listen, hey, we're excited that you are a part of our channel, and I know it's a small channel, but I'm trying to help out people that want to do things themselves. And so I hope it's a blessing to you. I appreciate the comments that we get. We get so many great people that are watching, and so I just want to thank you so much. So listen, have a great day, and God bless you, and we'll see you next time on Fix It Warrior.